All right, so this is my Elixir program. I'm pretty familiar with Erlang already, so um, it was mostly just about learning the syntax of the language and some of the special quirks that it has. One of the more fun things is that you don't actually need parentheses for function calls. You can just put a space and separate the arguments with commas, which I thought was, I don't know if cute is the right word, but that was interesting. It also looks a lot more like Python, which I think is pretty nice, although I do think I prefer the parentheses and brackets and stuff for Erlang. But anyway, I'll just show you how this works. So here we have test server. Here I define two functions to do casts and calls to a server. So it just takes a PID and then a message, but call will return a response, whereas cast always returns okay. So then here we have the server logic. Now this is just a server whose state is an atom that tells the server whether or not it's running, and then a dictionary, or I guess a map is the correct term, uh, that stores our key value pairs. So when it receives a call, it'll have a return address, basically, and then a message. So then the message for a call will be like, if I ask you what are your keys, it'll give you the keys. It'll put whatever key into the dictionary with that value under it. Get will retrieve whatever value is stored under that key, and delete will just remove that key value pair from the dictionary. And then cast, there's only one. It's just stop, so it stops the server. And then here, you can see up here, pattern matched. So if the state is running, it'll do the server logic. If the state is anything else, it will print. This doesn't actually work at the moment, but the idea is that it'll like log to the console that it exited with this state. All right, so then in here we have the IO loop. So result is what I'm setting to this. So here I just get input from the user. This is an Easter egg thing. Burger ASCII art courtesy of ChatGPT. So help will give you the help things. Get, put, delete, keys, exit, all just call the respective call and cast functions. And then other, it'll say like, hey, I don't know this command. And then afterwards, it'll print out whatever the result was. And then if, oh yeah. So then if the result is exit, it'll exit with okay. Otherwise, it will loop and wait for another command. So then down here, just a start server command that just spawns the server loop in its running state, and then a start command that just starts up the program, tells you, hey, you can type help for a list of commands. This is a cool operator. This just passes the result of the first function behind it to the function after. So let's give it a try. So you just do mix run lib / run program.exs. That's something I forgot. There's just this Elixir script file that just calls test server.start. I just found it was easier. So it runs that. You can see if I type help and then put 1, 1. So now get 1, returned 1, get, oh, interesting. I forgot to put in a case for what happens if the key isn't in there. But you can do put rest full and then get rest returns full. You can type keys and it'll tell you all the keys. Finally, I can delete 1. And then if I do keys again, you'll see it's just rest. And then finally exit, which returns exit and exits that program. So yeah, yeah, that's my program. And I think it's pretty good.